So let's take a look at number 2. Here we have 7/9, 2/9, 4/9, and 5/9. They all end with 9 as the denominator. So we can just look at the numerator. So what is the smallest one? Here we can see 2, right? So we're going to write 2/9. What's next? What's the next smallest one? Here we have 4/9. And the last one, the second to last one, we have 5/9. Then the next one, we have 7/9. Because, right, we look at small to big. 2, 4, 5, 7. All right, let's take a look at number 3. We have 14/35, 28/35, 19/35, 33/35. So 35 is all the same. So we don't look at that. We just look at the smallest number on the top. Which one's the smallest number on top? We see 14. So we're going to write 14/35. Then we see 19/35. Then we see 28/35. And last, we see 33/35. Number 4, we see 19/100, 71/100, 17/100, 91/100, 100, 100, 100, 100. So we don't look at the denominator. We're going to look at only the numerator. Which one is the smallest? 19, 71, 17, or 91? 17 is the smallest. So we're going to write 17/100. Then next, we're going to write 19/100. Then next, 71/100. And the last one, 91/100. So now we know these are all the same denominator. So that was easy, right? Because these are all the same denominator. We just look at the numerator to put them in order. What if it's different? So number 2 says, arrange the fractions in ascending order. So here we see 1/4, 1/8, 1/2. 1/4, 1/8, 1/2, right? These are different denominators. So what do we have to do? We see 8, right, as the biggest number here. So we're going to turn everything into 8. 1/4 we're going to turn into eighths. 1/2 we're going to turn into eighths. That's what we want to do. We want to turn everything into eighths. So let's write it out on a different page to make it easier. So we have, let me erase this, put a new page. Here we have 1/4, 1/8, and 1/2. We want to put it in ascending order. So we want to put it going smallest to biggest, going up. So let's turn 1/4 into eighths. 1/4 into something 8. What do we have to do? Times 2, times 2. So 1/4 turns into 2/8. All right, 1/2 is equal to something 8 times 4 times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. So now we have 2/8, 1/8, and 4/8. So going up, we have to arrange them in ascending order. So how do we write it? We're going to write 1/8, 2/8, and 4/8. All right? So that means 4/8, right, is equal to 1/2. 2/8 is equal to 1/4. And 1/8 is 1/8. So we're just going to write it like that. 1/8, 1/4, 1/2. 1/8, 1/4, 1/2. One eighth, 1/4, 1/2. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Here we have 11/12, 2/3, 5/6. All right, let's start a new page. 11/12. Let's write down 11/12. 11/12. 2/3, and we have 5/6. So we're going to turn everything to 12s. So 2/3 is equal to something over 12. How many? What do we have to do? Times 4. Times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8/12. And 5/6, we're going to turn into 12s. What do we do? Times 2. Times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 10/12. So we have 11/12. Not 2/3. We have 8/12. And we have 10/12. So ascending order, we have to go up. So we're going to write 8/12. 10/12. Then 11/12. So 10/12 is equal to 5/6. 8/12 is equal to 2/3, and this is equal to 11/12. So this stays the same. So we're just going to write 2/3, 5/6, 11/12. All right? So we're going to write 2/3, 5/6, 11/12. So let's take a look at number 3. Number 3, we have 4/5, 7/10, 17/20, 31/40. So here we see 40 as the biggest number, 40. We're going to turn everything into 40, right? So let's write these down. We have 4/5, 4/5, and then we have 7/10, then we have 17/20, then we have 31/40. So we want to make it all into 40s. So let's take a look. 4/5 turn into 40. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? 5 times 8. Very good. 4 times 8. Very good. So 4 times 8 is 32. All right. So here we have 7/10 is equal to blank over 40. What do we do? Times 4, right? Times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Very good. Here we have 17 over 20 is equal to blank over 40. What do we have to do? Times 2. Times 2. 17 times 2 is 34. So here we have our numbers. We have 31/40, 32/40, 28/40, and we have 34/40. Smallest number, 28/40. We're going to write that down. 28 over 40. And the next one. Next one is 31, right? 31/40. And next we have 32. And the last one we have 34 over 40. All right, so here we have to remember, right? What is equal to what, right? So 28 over 40 is equal to 7/10. So here we're going to write 7/10 is the first one. 31 over 40 is the same. Next, 32 over 40 is 4/5. So we're going to write 4/5. And the last one, 34 over 40, 34 40ths is 17/20. So we're going to write 7/10, 31 over 40, 4/5, then 17 over 20. So let's write 7/10. 7/10. Then we're going to write 31 over 40. Then we're going to write 4/5. And last of all, we're going to write 17 over 20. All right, so that's how we arrange fractions in ascending order. Ascending order. So we got to write it down. Here we have to turn it into the same denominator first. Same denominator. Then compare the numerators. First denominators, then numerators. All right. So let's take a look at number 3. Arrange the fractions in descending order. Descending means going down, right? Descending means going down. Down. So let's take a look at number 1. Arrange the fractions in descending order. We have 2/3, 7/9, and 13/18. 2/3, 7/9, and 13/18. This time we're going down, down, right? Biggest is smallest. So let's start a page again. Let's write down 2/3, 7/9, and 13/18. All right, here we're going to write 2/3, 7/9, and 13/18. So our denominator is 18, right? We have to turn everything into 18. So let's turn these all into 18. So 2/3 is equal to something 18. 3 times what equals 18? 3 times 6 is equal to 18. 2 times 6, because we have to multiply the top. So 2 times 6 is 12. Very good. So next we're going to turn 7/9 into 18s. So 9 times what equals 18? 9 times 2 equals 18. So we have to multiply the top by 2 as well. 7 times 2 equals 14. So here we have 12/18, 14/18, and 13/18. Which one is the smallest? 12/18, right? So we're going to write 12/18. Then next we have 13/18. Then we have 14/18. This is ascending order, so this is wrong. So, right, this is going up, but we want going down. So we want 14/18, 13/18, 12/18, right? This is correct. So we're going to write it like that. But 14/18 is 7/9, right? Let me erase this. So we're going to write it like this. 14/18 is equal to 7/9. Then next is 13/18. Then last of all is 2/3, right? So 7/9, 13/18, then 2/3. So we're going to write that down. 7/9, 13/18, then 2/3. So that's how we arrange fractions in descending order. So for homework, I want you to try number 2 and number 3. Number 2 and number 3. And you'll also do number 1 and number 2. Here it says write the numbers in each box to complete the list of equivalent fractions. Equivalent means equal. So these are all equal, right? Here, we need to write down the equivalent fraction. 2/5 is equal to 1640. So these numbers should also equal, right? These are all equal, right? Here we have 16/24 is equal to 2/3 is also equal to blank 12 blank 6 is also to blank 10 blank 20, right? So find out these and these for homework because you're going to do just 4 questions. These are equivalent and this is descending. Make sure you write in descending order for homework. Number 2 and 3, descending. And this is equivalent fractions. So it should be okay to do. And I wish you good luck. And tomorrow we will share the answers about 2, 3, and 1, 2, how to do these problems. So let's practice that on your own.